Hello, everyone. Welcome to another live for Huntress week. Last night I was talking to the lovely Sarah Miles and we had a good old chin wag about all kinds of things, actually. But tonight we've got Ali Schwind who's coming on. Hopefully, Ali is going to join us in a second. I'm going to have to look out for her. We're here for another chat to promote ladies in shooting. Her probably last at the stalking show in April. So with a little bit of luck, we'll get her on. All questions are welcome. Hello there.
Hey Alex, how you doing?
I was just trying to not sit there and think, where is she? Where is she? Where is she? Where is she? So I was trying to do an intro, and here you are. So far, 2 out of 2
Woo.
have worked from a tech perspective. How are you anyway? You good?
Yeah, I'm on good form, really good form.
Yeah.
So, it's nice to be home. I've got more to do tomorrow, but it feels like I had the afternoon off, so I'm feeling pretty chilled out.
So what have you been doing? I was literally just saying last time I saw you was probably stalking show, wasn't it? April.
Yeah, crikey. Oh my gosh, non-stop since then.
Yeah. I mean you
Yeah,
you seem like you're all over the place in a good way.
yeah, not up here, just in physical. Yeah, so just somewhere different every day. I guess that's kind of because I don't work for a particular ground, that I'm always just saying yes to things, doesn't matter where it is.
Yeah, I know how
No
that
trouble saying
feels.
no.
Yeah, I'm like that. Do you I mean I know, so there's no point me sitting here pretending I don't know, but do you want to introduce yourself and sort of briefly say who you are and what you do and all that sort of thing, just in case someone watching doesn't know. Of course they'll
Oh,
know though.
yeah, the old elevator 1 minute job.
The
Yeah,
well, it doesn't have to be that a minute, it could be 10 seconds.
that's probably the whole of it. Yeah, so I'm a senior shooting instructor. I've been shooting for about 25 years. I grew up on a farm, so it's kind of in my blood. My parents both shot, and then I started when I was about 12. Shot a lot at university, which is actually what got me really hooked on shooting, which is really good. And then I kind of went to a shooting ground one day and said, "Can I have a job?" There seems to be a theme actually. I think Sarah's the same.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, and then they said yes. 2 weeks later, I was there working, and really
So
kind of.
what was that doing? When you say, "Can I have a job?" What were you doing then?
Oh, so I started just working in the clubhouse.
Oh right. Oh okay.
Yeah, literally just on the front desk,
Yeah.
like cooking bacon, the really sort of basic stuff.
Yeah.
And then I kind of just went through it until I became manager before I left. So yeah,
And now you work for yourself, don't you?
yeah, which is a wild choice. There's like two types of instructor. You've got your instructor that works for a ground, 9 to 5, goes home at the end of the day, or you've got a freelance instructor who's somewhere different every day, and you're always working because you're always emailing, even in the evenings. But they both bring like benefits, so it's kind of just
Yeah.
yeah.
So I actually GBT'd a load of questions,
Oh God,
see what random questions it would generate, just
yeah.
just in case we were sat there in silence, not having a clue what to say. And I asked it to research you first. I said research Ali Schwind. That was all I gave it,
Wow. Okay.
and
I'm nervous. What does it think?
it came up with some. I mean, it knew that you grew up on a farm in. I'm reading, by the way. It knew that you grew up in a farm in Suffolk and Cambridge, and then it came up with all these random questions. The first one I didn't have a clue about. It said, if you had to pick a spirit clay target, what type of target are you and why?
Oh,
So
I
I
can
thought,
answer
well,
that.
I'm not even going to go down that route. So I thought, well, 10 out of 10 for research, but 1 out of 10 for questions.
Yeah.
But it did make me think because I kind of roughly knew your story, but I couldn't remember if we've ever spoken about how you actually got into the coaching side of it.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's something I'm always really keen to talk about because it's then the more you talk about it, the more people are like, oh, actually, that sounds a lot more simple to get in the first step than people think it is. Um, so I just went and I signed up for my CPSA level one. And you go and you do like a little assessment just to see if you've got the visual for it, and then you go away and you learn, and and then you do like a 4 day course. And it doesn't matter if you don't know it all; they're there to help teach you on the course. It's not just a oh, you don't know it already, you can't do this.
Yeah.
So, you can learn it beforehand, you can learn it on the course, and it's great, actually. You learn so much. And then there's lots of other courses you can do if you want to take it even further.
And at that point, like when you signed up, did you know that you wanted to coach?
Uh, yes. I had this incredible mentor called Tracy, and
Right.
she absolutely is just my inspiration. She was like, Ali, you can do anything. She was one of the first women to qualify with the CPSA maybe 40 years ago. Uh,
Right.
and I was like, yeah, I want to be like her. And then
I just wanted to pass it on then.
yeah, 100%. And it's been great actually because once you do the other courses, you get like a different vision, and then you kind of. So actually, now I've gone through all the courses, and now I'm teaching other people. Well, I'm an assistant tutor, helping other people become instructors.
Oh,
So
nice.
yeah, you come full circle. It's kind of like amazing, really.
Wow. That's pretty cool, actually. Um, well, I've seen you in action, haven't I?
You have, yeah.
And it was just amazing to watch. Absolutely amazing. Like we talked about it before, but for anyone who doesn't know, I sort of watched you. They would take a shot, wouldn't they? And then you would whisper some magic words into their ear, and then they take another shot, and it'd be slightly better. And
Yeah,
then you'd whisper some more magic words, and then all of a sudden they're smashing the clays.
yeah. Well, the key is it's like you don't want to just tell them where to hit it because that totally defeats the object. What you want to do is you want to give them these little snippets of information where they can kind of create this incredible image in their head of what they want it to look like, so
Yeah,
that when they go around to another shooting ground, they can do it there as well without me. Whereas if I just told them where to hit it, they could hit that one target, but they might not be able to do it somewhere else.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. And do people and I mean, I have only how many times have I used a shotgun now? Twice officially, I think. Three times if you count the few shots I did with you.
They were the
But
best shots, though. I'm just saying.
well, you again. I mean, I was bricking it. The thought of going to see an absolute expert and not having a clue what you're doing. You did make me feel quite comfortable, which was good.
Always good.
Um, but do people make, are there only so many sort of like mistakes that they can make, and therefore you know how to correct that?
No, in theory, the mistakes are kind of endless because
Yeah.
everyone's got their own sort of like little tiny differences. But there are some ones you see quite regularly.
Right.
So really, sometimes the one I think I see the most often is
Yeah.
not having a plan. So
Right.
I'm not talking about, life plan. I'm talking about just like in the moment, six targets. That's all it needs to be. But, they go into the stand, they hit the first pair, and then they miss everything else. And I hear it kind of like on a weekly basis. People say, oh, I'm really good if I don't know where the targets are coming from, which is okay for your first pair. But in
Right.
case shooting, when you've got another sort of three pairs to shoot after that, that's impossible to repeat. So like a little plan. So when I say a plan, I mean,
Yeah, I was going to say let's pretend that you're talking to an idiot here, and
yeah.
and he doesn't know what you mean by all this. I'm going to write this all down. Make a plan.
So it's a really you start with a simple plan.
Yeah.
Where are you going to look before you call pull? Because I think where you look is your most important part. And then
Right.
where do you hold your gun? And then it's where are you going to break the target in that order?
Right. Okay.
Because
Yeah.
if you know where you're looking, when the target's coming from, where you're going to hold your gun, you can at least repeat that.
Yeah.
So if you don't know where you start, it's impossible to repeat. So that's kind of just like a little, the plan might work, and you're like, this is amazing. I'm just going to do the same again. Great.
Yeah.
If the plan doesn't work, okay, well, at least I know where not to start. That's kind of the basics of it.
Right. And to a degree, you must have, like I say, seen it all, but you must have sort of seen some horrific people in terms of shooting that you must have been able to correct, because I've seen you do it.
There's a few people that have been told some wild things over the years, uh,
Right.
and I've gone, okay, we're going to just change a little bit of that because I
You
don't
have
like
to,
to
you have
change.
to unteach things.
Yes, yeah, bad habits is
Right.
really common, which is like why I always suggest to people um, get a few more lessons than you think you need, so that you build your habits in really well at the beginning, And then once you're in, like a really good coach goes, okay, now you're ready to go and practice that on your own. And when you get stuck at the next stage, then you come back. That's what it kind of, you don't want someone that goes, oh, you need a lesson every week. But you do need to have good habits because they're so much better than trying to get rid of old habits that are already in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And how long is a lesson typically for you then?
An hour to 2 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, any
Okay.
longer than that, and people's ability to kind of focus goes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And
And you teach now at literally all levels, beginner up to sort of experts, or
yeah, I teach, yeah, pretty much all the range. If someone's, like a double A shot, triple A shot, I would probably pass them off to an instructor who shoots at that level.
right?
Does that make sense? Only because then they can see them in a slightly different way, but I see all the fundamentals. So I can see the details, but I'm always aware that someone might bring something different from me. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, part of this week is trying to, just trying to raise awareness of everything really, whether it's rifle shooting or shotguns or whatever. Obviously, we're building that to the ladies and things like that. And I would love it if someone random watched this, never done it, and then suddenly gave it a go or reached out or something like that. I think that would be
Yeah.
a real win. How does someone do that? If someone watches this and says, "Do you know what? I would love to do that, but I'm absolutely terrified." What do I do?
Just go to your local playground, call them up, say, "Can I have a lesson?" and just start there.
Yeah, and
Um,
there's loads of them, aren't there? Like
there
so
are,
many grounds.
yeah. I think if you're feeling a little bit nervous, especially I'm going to specifically aim this at lady shooters, do a little bit of research online, find a female coach in your area.
Yeah,
Just if that's kind of just going to take the edge off a little bit in terms of how comfortable you feel to start, because it is always like really nerve wracking on the first lesson, and after you take your first few shots, like it's this huge weight has been lifted, and you'll just have an amazing time.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
that's how I felt. I was like, yeah, I'm not as bad as I probably thought I was going to be, and then yeah, you can start to enjoy it. And I'm assuming once you're enjoying it, you almost improve a little bit because your confidence can grow with that. How easy is it to find a lady coach then? Is it
Uh,
just a case of hitting Google, or there's some groups or something like that that people can lean on?
yeah, so mainly I would suggest that you're just searching for like a CPSA coach or a
Yeah,
BATS coach, and I think you can probably filter that down for a lady coach. Or again, just have a little Google online. There's quite a lot of us now. We're absolutely growing in numbers,
yeah,
and a couple of my ladies have just qualified, so that's really good. And I've got another one
fantastic.
who's just come, only started 5 years ago, but has become so engrossed in everything shooting related because it's so addictive.
Yeah,
They're looking to take theirs as well now, so there are lots of us. Yeah,
it's good. I mean, it's everything like this. Hopefully, is on the up anyway.
yeah,
It's a great thing to do, and so I'm going to be doing more of it. I let you in on my little secret, didn't I, with my recent purchase?
yes. Very
Exactly. It's, it's
excited
it's
for
it's
you.
it's not gone well. I've not officially announced it yet, but I've struggled to get some chokes, unfortunately. So this
Oh no! Did it come with
yeah,
that?
yeah. So we got it out of the bin effectively. Um,
I've got a few of those in the cupboard as well.
but I thought, well, why not?
Yeah,
I'm so limited on time and what I can do and when I can do it. I thought, well, if I get the odd weekend where I can, shoot some clays or something, why
yeah.
do I need to spend any kind of real money on it? I may as well just go and do this.
If the barrels are straight and it fits you, job done.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. So I assumed that it would be easy to get some chokes, but the Resini, I've said it now, comes with 5 different chokes, and I eBayed a set, and of course they were the wrong ones. So yeah, I've had to fork out for some ones to be made, but never mind.
oh, well,
But I'm
maybe.
hoping to give it a go at some point. And for me, it's literally just going to be fun. It's going to be pure fun.
Yeah,
I'm only going to just sort of jump onto clays and things like that. I don't want to let myself loose on any birds or anything like that.
no.
So yeah, bit of clay shooting. I think that'll do me one morning.
Good. Yeah, smashing stuff is really good for the soul. So
It is, isn't it?
yeah, absolutely.
We were looking at work the other day, and they wanted to go to, one of those like rage rooms where you smash stuff up.
Yeah,
Yeah, I could do that. I
that's on
could
my
definitely
list.
do that. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Although the one they found looked a bit tame. It was just like plates and stuff. And like, no, I want TVs, I want fridges, I want anything that
Got
you
a
can
rock
get your
star.
hands on.
How do you throw a fridge?
We just break the door off and jump on it or something. I don't know. I'm assuming you get a timer and a hammer or something. What about travel? Because I see you all over the place doing all kinds of different things.
Yep.
What have you done recently, and what have you got coming up?
Oh, so recently, I mean, recently goes back 6 months because I've almost had no time off in that. But I've been
Right.
doing, like the last month's been loads of ladies events. So just hosting socials and
Oh
training.
no, you poor thing.
I'm always working. I'm always coaching.
I've met your ladies. I mean, they are a menace.
They're good, aren't they? Yeah, they're great fun. And we brought in a whole load of new people on the last one.
Right,
Been traveling up to Norfolk and doing some with the some gun dog trainers up there. Uh,
right.
and they were just like, right, Ali, come up and coach. And then they got a whole ladies from Norfolk to come down and do it. It was amazing.
That's what it's all
Um,
about.
yeah, but on Friday, I've got an incredible event with Anita North. She's an amazing coach for Olympic trap. Have you heard of her?
That is the lady. She's something to do with Sealand. She's
Yes,
Sealand ambassador. Yeah, I've met
yes.
Anita a few
Oh,
times
of
actually.
course you have. Everyone's better. She's a legend.
Well, I randomly met her at the game fair,
Yeah.
and I'd had a few. And she was talking to me, and I was in my mind, I was monologuing, thinking, "I know you, I know you, I know you. Who is this?"
Yeah.
And then it suddenly twigged. So sorry, what are you doing with her?
I've got 5 ladies coming for an introduction into Olympic trap.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's there's not many facilities that do it, but it's an incredible discipline. So it's just an opportunity again to get more ladies into something that actually can take you to the Olympics if they ever wanted to go down that route.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Why? So again, you're talking to an idiot. So Olympic trap, what's that all about, and why are so few facilities doing it? What's the setup?
It's quite a big setup, so you need quite a lot of, well, I say actually quite a lot of space. You need less than sporting, but it's just it requires a lot of maintenance, and I think a lot of grounds aren't really set up to kind of have that.
Right.
And obviously a lot of investment required for that. So there's a few grounds, and the grounds that do it are absolutely fantastic. So there's
Yeah.
one in Nothampstead in Cambridge, which is where we're going to go.
Yeah.
And so there's lots of DTL grounds, which is again a very similar discipline, but not quite the same. So Olympic trap is several targets going out, but at slightly different angles that are completely random.
Right.
Um, yeah,
Quickly, I
quickly,
imagine.
yeah, very quickly.
You got
Yeah,
to be on it.
anything that has Olympic in front of it's usually going twice the speed of everything else.
Yeah, anything that has Olympic, I'm just like, nope, not can't do that. What about any other shooting? Do you get on the rifle at all or not?
I do a little bit.
Have you been out
So,
at any time
yes, I
recently, or
shot my first deer this summer actually.
did you?
Yeah, I had a fallow, little cricket.
Your first deer, so you haven't shot one before?
No, I hadn't. No,
Why did I assume that you had?
I don't know. Probably because I grew up on a farm with
Yeah.
lots of deer shooting. It just never happened. Actually, I don't really know why. I think I was more of a shotgun girl.
Well, let's talk about that then. So it was a fallow pricket, was it?
Yeah,
And where were you? And talk me through it.
I was down south, and a very nice friend that I met actually at the game fair invited me to come down.
Yeah.
And it was just this, I don't know, just an incredible experience. It was everything I kind of wanted it to be. Um, there was a kind of, it was all the waiting, it was the watching, it was the, oh, now's the right time, now's not the right time. I really enjoyed that.
Was it was it was it quite a long time then? Were you watching for a little while or?
Not as long as I thought I would, actually.
Right.
I almost have no concept of what the time was.
Yeah.
When you're just kind of staring all the time, going, don't make too much noise, but I'm always overexcited. So
And your
not a lot of
heart was
patience.
going?
So, oh my God, my heart was, it was going to pop out of my chest. Yeah.
Any kind of buck fever? Was the leg shaking? Anything like that?
Well, I think the whole body was shaking. Is that a deer or is that just my vision? I don't know.
I'd never had it until not the last one, but the previous two, I think it was.
Yeah.
And people had spoken about it, but I hadn't really got it. And then all of a sudden, I'm like Elvis in the field, giving it some. It
There's a
was
lot of pressure in that moment for something that's so important, I think.
this is something that I want to get across. So obviously, ladies shooting, yeah, but I also want to normalize it as well. Um, and the fact that, well, I mean, I shoot to eat. Simple
Yeah.
as that. I'm assuming your fallow didn't go wasted.
No, not at all.
Um, but I want to normalize that it's okay to do that.
Yeah.
And the number one goal is that deer drops as quickly as possible. Was it all successful for you?
Yeah, it was absolutely what I wanted, needed it to be. Yeah.
Yeah. And in terms of meat quality and health, sustainability, all
Yeah.
that sort of thing,
Yeah.
it's just the way forward. So the fact that you've done that, I think, is fantastic. And you felt good afterwards.
Yeah, I did feel good. Yeah. I think it was a little bit of shock because it's a lot to take in, as you say. It's
It is.
when you look at it and you're suddenly like, oh my gosh, it's the loss of life. But actually, there was a lot that went into it, and now I'm going to collect all my bits soon. So on Thursday, I'm going to go collect all the meat as well.
So someone's doing that for you then.
Yeah, yeah.
Did you grolic it, or did they grolic it?
They did it, but I watched very closely because
Yeah.
obviously it was a very hot day. There was like no time to be hanging about, kind of
Right.
poking around. But it taught me through everything, what I should be looking for,
Yeah.
and just actually, it's not that much. It's once you know the routine, it's right there. Anyone can do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Interestingly, so we were or I was up in Scotland on the weekend, and when everyone talks about check in for what you should be checking for and health and all that sort of thing,
yeah,
I suppose 9 times out of 10 there's nothing there. There's nothing to see.
yeah,
And we actually had, or I had my first case of when we opened the deer up. There was actually a horrible abscess inside. It had sticky lung and everything
yeah,
else. And we actually contacted the vet.
yeah,
And this is all going to be out in the film. But the vet advised that actually it could be okay, but she advised not to put it into, well, the food chain, or for
yeah,
us not to eat. But she did say, the dogs could eat it and things like
yeah,
that. But you don't see that. You don't see the things that to look out for. And it wasn't my first thought was, is it TB?
yeah,
But it didn't present that way. But it's very interesting, like really interesting to see. I mean, that deer would have been suffering as well. So
yeah.
anyway, we've gone down a darker route there.
Well, I'm
So
actually studying at the moment for my DSC1, which I've got in a couple of weeks.
right, okay, nice. And who are you
Yeah.
doing that with?
Um, the dear people.
The deer people, BDS.
Um, yes,
Yeah,
it is.
and
Yeah.
are you doing? I don't know if I've got mine to hand. Are you learning from the Bible, or are you learning online?
I'm learning from the Bible because I found the online videos a little bit boring.
Oh, that's fair. It
Yeah,
is. It is fair.
it was too rigid for me in terms of how I like to learn. So
Yeah, that
yeah,
was that's the feedback I've given as well. Like factually, it's all there.
yeah, 100%. Yeah,
Um, but it takes a big cup of tea and a big pack of biscuits to get through it, doesn't it?
yeah,
Um, yeah. Well, I think so. I think they're going to redo that. I mean, once it's online, it's a model that they can update. But online learning is obviously on the way up anyway. So
yeah.
you'll get that. That'll be good.
Yep. And
And
I've
then,
had my firearms probably 4 months ago, so I'm hoping to hear something soon.
oh right, oh okay. Have you been given a guide on how long that can take?
No, I think they said after about 4 months you could probably give them a call and a bit of a
Right.
nudge. I'm hoping that everything is pretty much plain sailing because I've got all my permissions and everything like that in place.
Yeah.
So yeah, probably next week when I'm less busy, I'll give them a little nudge.
Yeah. I mean, that's a massive thing that I get asked all the time. Not that I'm an expert, but I
Yeah.
think over this way you're looking at 12 months, maybe to 2 years. I think it was at one point, but takes a long time to get. So
Yeah.
you're going to get this venison. Are you getting the whole carcass or just parts of it, or?
I don't know yet. I presume probably just parts because, they work with food all the time, so they're probably going to use that mostly. So
Yeah,
I'll be happy just to take whatever I can.
and then you're going to cook something up.
Oh my gosh, yes.
It's such a great feeling.
Yep.
Such a great feeling. I tell people all the time, and I'm sat there thinking they don't care. They're not as excited as you, but I'm like, I don't care either. I'm just going to plow on with this. There's nothing better knowing that you've taken responsibility for it.
Yeah, 100%. It's the same for any other game that I shoot.
Yeah,
There's gonna be if I'm shooting it, I'm taking it home with me, or at least I know someone else is using it.
yeah.
Otherwise, it just goes against everything that we're trying to protect.
Yeah, and that's my bugbear is when the birds are shot and the people don't take it with them. I know most of it won't get wasted and things like that, but it's kind of
Yeah.
a for me it's a principle thing. If you
Yeah.
pull that trigger, you should put it in a pot.
Yep.
But that's good. So what's your sort of go-to game dishes then? What do you like to do?
Oh my gosh, you do know I'm a terrible cook, right?
Are you? Are you
Yeah.
really?
No, I'm not a terrible cook. I just have
So you're about to
a
say pheasant
worse.
curry then, are you?
Well, no, I would just fry it in the frying pan and stick it on top of noodles.
Okay, wow. Pot
Yeah.
noodle or?
Oh gosh, not that bad. Packet noodle.
Yeah, okay, fair.
Yeah, no, so I mean, I laksa soup the other day, so I like an oriental dish.
Right.
I think they go well together.
Well, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But again, I had this conversation with someone today. It's so difficult because the general public, they're just not eating enough game. And I think there's loads of reasons for that, like supermarkets, education, all that sort of thing. But we've just been programmed on what we can eat. And it's chicken, beef, lamb, pork, isn't it? And
Yeah, it's almost kind of drilled into you so young that that's it. There's nothing
yeah,
else. And everything else for them becomes a bit weird to eat for them.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, there's a whole wild larder out there, isn't there?
Yeah.
And again, that's part of me trying to normalize things that it's okay to do and it's okay to appreciate. And actually, it's really good food. Some of the best,
Oh,
one of the best things I had at the game fair, pheasant
oh
goujons.
my gosh, yes. I go every year,
Oh
mainly just for the pheasant goujons.
God, they were absolutely spectacular. So anyone who doesn't know, think chicken goujon, but obviously pheasant goujon. Load of I don't know what was on there, mayonnaise, sriracha sauce, all that sort
Spices.
of thing.
Oh,
It was honestly, it was one of those eyes rolling back in your head moment thinking this is amazing. And more people should be able to enjoy that. It shouldn't just be, for country people.
yeah, 100%. I think sometimes they see it as almost too exotic, which I find just mind blowing, really.
I know, because it's sort of out there in the field. But then there's so many people living in like cities and stuff. I mean, I've come back from Scotland and, I'm relaxed and I'm enjoying it and appreciating nature and all that sort of thing. And then 8 o'clock, I'm sat in Bristol traffic, not moving, thinking, what am I doing?
Yeah, how did I end up
There's
here?
not a single bird in sight. There's no trees. It's just it's all shops and concrete and everything else.
Yeah,
So you're going to get on to some more, do you think now?
I think so. Yeah, I think we got a good opportunity to shoot at home on the farm in
Yeah.
Suffolk. So
Would you be able to process it at home then, or would you still need someone to sort of help you with that?
I definitely need help at first.
Yeah.
And then again, it's just about education, isn't it? If someone helps me, maybe I can help them somewhere else. And I
Yeah.
just want to be able to, yeah, I want to be able to do it myself. And then when I'm ready, pass that on to someone else.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
and that's what I'm trying to do. So we're doing a little series. We did a sort of a trial run where we took someone out completely never done it. Like, they might have shot an air rifle before.
Yeah.
And it was amazing to watch all the reactions, like all those completely natural reactions. There was a little bit of confidence at first, a little bit of anticipation, a little bit of nerves and things.
Yeah.
And actually, when we put him on the target, his face, everything about him changed. And
Yeah.
I looked at him and I said, it's got real now, hasn't it? And instantly,
Yeah.
it was different. And, what was about to come was going to happen.
Yeah.
So I want to show a little bit more of that, really. A little bit more, again, normality and real reactions.
Yeah, yeah,
But it's a special moment when it happens, isn't it? It's
oh,
hard to describe, though, isn't it?
yeah. I feel like everyone talks about the story, and the truth of it is that I was just so caught up in it that I don't know. Maybe it will just take a while for it to sink in because it still
Yeah.
feels like this kind of thing I've been thinking about for so long. And
But was your first main whatever reaction, was it relief? Because mine was.
yeah,
I was so happy. I kind of, I remember I was with Pete and I said, "Is he down? Is he down?" Because then I was finding it hard to reacquire and things like that. And he said
yeah,
yes, and I just felt so relieved that it had gone well and
yeah,
that that I did my job.
yeah,
But everyone seems to be different in that sort of sense.
yeah. But I think when you've gone out, and I did a little bit of practice again just to make sure that I was in the right zones,
Yeah,
sort of zeroing it in, and then again, but you still don't know how it's going to happen. Working with sticks is something unusual, but I went shooting in France with rifles, and they don't use sticks at all. Everything's just running. Everything's always running, and it was just a totally different experience then as well.
so are they shooting whilst running,
They're
or
not running, but all the animals are running.
yeah, sorry, I, did-
Well, like
I
there's
didn't think
plenty
it
of
was
times where
that
we've had
bad.
to
But
run.
do they? So they shoot the animals whilst they're running. They don't call them to try and stop them and then shoot.
No, no, with wild boar they don't tend not to stop.
Right, and so they're doing that freehand. Just
Yeah, it's an
wow.
incredible skill.
Yeah, I mean, again, I remember getting used to sticks. It's something I hated them to start with.
Yeah,
Absolutely hated them. I could, I almost wanted to do it freehand.
yeah,
But you do. You just get used to it after
yeah,
practice. That's really interesting, actually. I didn't know that.
yeah.
So have you got everything that you need?
No, I haven't got anything yet.
Oh, right. Okay. Well, you better get a shopping list out. And
Oh, it's a long list.
I
So
know it's not
I
cheap,
don't
though,
really
is
know where
it?
to start.
I know it's crazy how invested you can get into something like this.
Yeah. And
Absolutely crazy. Are you likely to get out onto anything else?
Um, I've got a potential little trip to Sweden.
Ooh,
Um, I don't know if I'll be shooting or whether I'm just going to go along to watch.
right.
A few different things that they have there. So potentially some sort larger things.
Ooh, ooh.
Yeah,
What sort of larger things?
moose.
Ooh, well, I know a little bit about moose.
Yeah, of course you do. You just
Yeah, I just came back, but we only saw a little one.
yeah.
Um,
So I don't
so
think I'm ready to shoot that. I don't think I'm there. I really want to go and experience it because my
well,
friends are
that's what
there.
I did. I was there to watch, and I'm very glad that I did, and I loved every moment, and it's completely different.
Yeah,
I don't know if the Swedes do it any different to the Norwegians, but effectively it's like a driven hunt, really.
yeah,
And you got to, well, hope that it comes towards you, and then you got to hope that you get the right shot and things like that.
yeah, absolutely.
Um, but I'd never even seen a moose before that.
No,
Obviously,
I don't. I'm
obviously,
not.
obviously pictures and wildlife on one and all that sort of thing.
Yeah,
But amazing creatures, absolutely amazing creatures, but very elusive, very, very elusive. We didn't get ours until the third day.
oh
And,
wow.
and the whole time I'm trying not to get into the headspace of this was a waste of time and all that.
Yeah,
It'll happen, it'll happen, it'll happen. And then one time it just came on the radio and it did.
yeah,
So yeah, you'll love that if you get to do that.
yeah. I just want to
Um
see dogs working and all the people that work with them. Just this incredible community by the sounds of it.
Yeah, but there's also again, I can only speak for the Norwegians, but how they do it and their legislation and their rules and their processes
Yeah,
is completely different over there than it is to here. So you will love that. I'm hoping to get over to Croatia next year, which would be cool. So with a bit of luck, I've kind of got this bug now for traveling and experiencing shooting environments.
yeah. There's always
So
something to learn or something to not learn.
and
Almost like
eat.
yes.
I just want to eat loads of things. That's what it's all about.
Yeah,
Cool. Well, look, thank you very much. I said I wouldn't take up too much time, but it's nice to have a catch up. Are you going to the stalking show? The answer is yes.
100%.
Yeah, I should be there. I need to work a plan out as to what I'm going to do. I want to do something different, but I haven't worked out what yet. So
Okay.
I'll be there. And then today, I was having a quick look at Eva,
Oh, yeah.
and Shot
Yep.
Show, and then National Shooting Show. It's like, God, you could spend your whole time just doing shows, couldn't you?
Yeah. The one in Vegas looks mega though, but that's a different ball game.
I mean, it's just a completely different animal, isn't it?
Yeah.
I was looking at it today. I was just like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it'll be good. So, if I don't see you sooner, I'll see you at the show. But if you want to do something, let's do something because I'm always up for filming.
Yeah. I'd love to plan something.
Yeah, and
Definitely.
say hi to the ladies again.
Yeah. Oh, they'll be excited to see you.
Well, and on that note, right, thank you very much. Do stay in touch, and I might need a bit of help and advice if and when this shotgun ever surfaces. We'll
Yeah.
see. I've
Call
been
me.
told about a month for it all to come together, so
Yeah.
I'm not in any hurry.
Perfect.
Right, I'll see you soon. Have a lovely evening, and
Yeah,
thank you
you
very
too.
much.
Catch up
Right,
soon.
see you later. Bye, Ali.